speaking of running backs, so there was a running back that was taken with the 83rd pick in the third round.
Mm.
He's 6'1", 224, and he ran a 4.57 for his 40. His name is Caleb Johnson. And again, I was watching him today, and yeah, by mentality, like he's got that north south mentality where he's gonna run, you know, I guess downfield. But he's got some moves to him. Like he can make you miss. He's got some agility. And when I was watching him, like his build, it looked very similar. So I had to do a bit of research. There was another running back that the Steelers had, 6'1", instead of 224, instead of 224 pounds, he's 225 pounds. Instead of a 4.57, he ran a 4.6. That guy was Le'Veon Bell. I'm not saying that this guy is going to be Le'Veon Bell, but I like the look of this running back. Like like I said, mentality, north-south runner, but he's got some moves to him. So I'm interested to see, you let Najee Harris go, that might have been a good decision. And we'll see what Caleb Johnson can do.
Yeah, the Steelers' reaction that I've heard coming out of the draft is I haven't heard one negative opinion on this running back. Everybody absolutely loves him because when you dig into it and you look at where he's come from and the scheme that they run, it apparently perfectly lines up with Arthur Smith and the zone running game.
Oh yeah, I see that.
And then people like they were saying that, oh well, he's just Najee 2.0. No, he's Najee with a little bit of burst. He's quicker than Najee, and he can actually get away from you, Najee. And Najee wasn't from a wide zone running scheme. He is from that's what they ran at Iowa. So he is just apparently he's a plug from everybody saying he's a plug and play Arthur Smith, Steelers running back. So the big loser to come out of the Steelers draft is Jaylen Warren, who they've kept hold of, and he's probably hoping that he's going to have his chance to be the starter. But yeah, apparently Johnson he's a bell cow, so he's going to get a lot of touches. When he gets up to speed, he's going to touch the ball a lot, and everybody loves this pick. From what
I
I've heard.
love it. I love it. The way I saw him running, like I don't really see Najee Harris. I see like Le'Veon Bell if he didn't have as much patience and wanted to just run north south. Like
Mm.
it's he's definitely going to make some players miss. And yeah, okay, Jaylen Warren probably not best pleased, but I feel like we're in a new trend. The NFL is all about trends, and we've seen the success that the Lions have had with Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. And I think we're going to see a lot of running back duos. Maybe this is one of them. But you look at the Chargers, they've got Najee Harris and Amarian Hampton. You look at the Patriots, they've got Ramondre Stevenson and Travion Henderson. Like it feels like we're going back that way. We're not quite at running back by committee, but we might be at like running back duo now.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about the running back heading into the draft, but obviously you look up these players when they get drafted by your team, and everything I've looked up, just absolutely love. And the fact that he was supposed to be a second round pick and you're picking him up in the third round and he fits your scheme and his measurables are there. And to me, it just seems like an upgrade as already on Najee, and you don't have to pay him. Like
Exactly.
Chargers are going to have to pay him. So, yep, love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah, there's sort of no excuses for Arthur Smith now. No excuses. Let's see what they do at quarterback, but provides quarterbacks out. So there's no excuse.
And the Steelers got your guy, didn't they, in the first round? You asked for the defensive tackle, and they delivered the defensive tackle.
Yeah, the story behind, so I only discovered the story after the draft, but and yeah, it's there's a bigger picture to this. Like his mum was seriously ill, had a stroke t before he started at college, and because of that, he stayed home. So he believe he attended Michigan State, stay home, and she told him to transfer portal in his last year to at least do something for himself. You know, at least like try to have a better future. So he transferred to Oregon for his final year in college. Had the year that he did. Obviously, got drafted where he did by the Steelers, and apparently he did tell her that he was drafted, and she passed. It's almost like she, you know,
Storybook.
yeah, that you know she's now at peace, at least knowing that her son has been drafted in the NFL. And yeah, that story didn't really come out of the draft. And there's a lot of stories of other more high profile players falling and bad in,
Yeah,
and there's not enough of those kind of stories, like the real human side of the draft and the real family emotional side of it. Because
absolutely.
yeah, so yeah, I love the pick. Absolutely love it. We need a D lineman. And yeah, he's an absolute freak. He's an absolute monster. The way that he kind of sheds blocks and just heads straight north and south to the quarterback and just manhandles offensive linemen. Like, just absolutely love him. And he's going to be mentored by Cam Hayward in his twilight years. So
Perfect.
absolutely perfect. They're not going to rush him. It's the Steelers. They're not going to rush him, but I think he's going to have a chance to play in his rookie year. So yeah, love the pick. I was hoping for the pick, got the pick, love it. So like big picture Steelers draft for me, like there's apparently a lot more spectacular drafts out there. Your Browns and your Jaguars with these big trades and picks, but just love it. I wanted the D lineman, and our second round pick was DK Metcalf. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
Round pick is the running back who I love, and we've taken a punt later on in the draft with the national champion quarterback in Will Howard. Let's see what that is. If anything, if
And his teammate and his pass rushing teammate. And when they made the pick, and obviously it's easy to say this, but it just made me laugh. The first thing that was said was, he looks like a Steeler. So,
and
you know,
he's
the
not going.
Steelers that, we talk about the Steelers hitting on wide receivers, but the Steelers hit edge rush as well. So, and that I know that a lot of it is the scheme, but I'm sure that this guy is gonna, you know, become a name.
Yeah, and he's not going to be rushed, like you said. He's going to just fit into the scheme, and he's the fourth ranked. Yeah, he might have a chance to be the fourth edge rusher on the team. So he's behind TJ and he's behind Highsmith and he's behind Herbig, and then he might have a chance. But if he doesn't make it, he might get cut before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the way that it goes is that they'll just
Yeah,
continue to draft these players, and that if they make it, they make it great. But they had absolutely no need to draft an edge, but they draft an edge because they're like, yeah, he could be something. That's just what they do. Like we said before with the Eagles with the linebacker, they'll they'll take their calculated risks and like, oh, we'll just add another one because if
yeah,
he's into something, then okay, maybe we can let Highsmith go in the future. That's
exactly.
just how these teams operate. So yeah, it wasn't spectacular, but I do like the Steelers draft, and yeah, I do come out of it thinking the only thing that I didn't like was that we didn't take another offensive lineman, because now we're literally gambling on Broderick Jones turning into something, because Dan Moore's now gone. Dan Moore, good luck to him. He got a massive contract from the Titans, got massively overpaid, and we were never going to pay him that contract. And he's a capable NFL starter, but he's not spectacular by any stretch. But because of him leaving, Broderick Jones and Troy Fautanu actually need to produce now, or we're in trouble because Broderick Jones hasn't really shown it yet, and Fautanu was injured his whole rookie season. So yeah, we're a bit thin at tackle, especially. So we'll see. We'll see if there's some free agents they go and pick up. But if they do produce, they're two first round picks. So if they do hit it, then we'll be fine. But yeah, that's one thing I didn't like about the draft is just go and pick up a little bit of depth, offensive line, and they didn't do that. But we'll see.
Especially if you've got a 41-year-old quarterback incoming.
Yeah, who cannot move and doesn't look like he ever works out. So yeah,
That's the only shame for me, I think, is that, you know, regardless of all of the fiascos we heard with Shador Sanders, I just my concern is that you've got two mismatched receivers who can beat you downfield and make an unbelievable catch. And watching Rodgers last year, he doesn't want to throw it downfield.
yeah,
And then when he did, things happened. So I don't know, maybe it will be different this year because he started throwing it downfield, later in the season, and look what was happening. Like
yeah,
Devontae Adams was having 80-yard touchdowns, or Garrett Wilson was having like a 60-yard touchdown. So he's clearly still got the arm, but mentality-wise, I'm just a bit concerned.
yeah. Just wait and see what happens. I
Yeah,
mean, Kirk Cousins is still out there
yeah.
when the Falcons decide that they'll finally cut him or accept a pick swap for sixth for a seventh or whatever, and they agree to pay his contract or the majority of his contract, then